Hey, hello. Hi, Filippo. What's up, soup? What's up? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, tired as well. I slept for like 12 hours today. I had the biggest scare of my life earlier. Over exists. Hi, Macro. I had the biggest scare of my life earlier because I went out to a bakery, right? And I wanted to buy baking stuff because I like eating good food. So I went there, come back, and I don't have my keys anymore. So I start to panic because I can't even get past the front door, the front door of the building. I wonder what the fuck I did. I retrace my steps, go back to the bakery, ask them, wonder what the fuck it is. I'm starting to think that I need to go back to my parents, that's like on the other fucking side of the country, to get the spare that they keep. And I was genuinely so mad until I remember the code to the front door. I enter and realize my keys were still in the lock. I just forgot to take them out of the lock and put them in my pocket. And I thought I would have to cancel the stream, I would have to like go halfway across France, right? But no, it's good. It was good. It was all fine. Thank fuck. Because that scared me, to say the least. So at least I can stream, right? At the very least I can stream for you guys' entertainment. While I, a second. I'm just finishing up something really quick. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so while I'm going to stop, then. Where is it? Where's the game? Forgot to open up the game. Umineko the cry question mark. Paint. Human Child episode 4. And we're back. Here we go. Normally the volume of the gate should be alright, right? It was fine yesterday when I rewatched it. So this should be good. This should definitely be good. We got the chart back up. Friendly Sky, the 2 who by the way is over here, but I want to do something really quick. I'm gonna go to a previous save. Load. Page 1. Probably here. Here should be a good scene. I didn't expect yesterday to stream for like that long. I just want a sprite of Ange on her own, please. Please give me a sprite of Ange. Here we go. Oh, do you do this again? Oh, right here. Clear. Here we go. I wanted the sprite, which I am going to use now. Here we go. Come on, please. Oh, I need to remove this. Bunch of clutter left over. And I didn't realize. Here we go. This too. Okay. So I'm gonna lower the size to 40. And here we go. I just needed to get that out of my system and onto the chart. Here we go. Bitch witch. I hesitated to use that word, but I decided against it. I hesitated against it. So, we're back to this scene. Back to this scene right after what just happened. And I'm sure it's gonna continue in this fashion. Yesterday, I went about it deeply, right? In text online. Essentially complaining about like what Ange did and how it actually affected me. Yesterday I had to like, I paused here to like mention and discuss this, and it just hit me so hard that I had to stop the stream. So I wonder how it's gonna go, because it's now over and Sekitaro and Maria are still here. And I wonder what she's gonna do to like the both of them. Because even Sekitaro wasn't present when she turned 18. But like what's going to happen? What's going on? Let's see. I'll probably talk about the scene more as the stream progresses. But I should get more context and more info about what's happening, because yesterday I left a bit too early and left in the middle of a scene, which is also why I'm streaming Umineko again today, right? So, who are you? Come over here, Sekitaro. Ange is a little agitated right now, so you mustn't get close. What about everyone else? Are all the 7 sisters alive? Did they die? It's okay. It looks gruesome, but those are the remains of their vessels after being deported from the human world. Shells that have been shed. That's alright. They're probably deeply hurt, but they're okay. Everyone is alive. I'm sure we'll be able to meet them again someday. You. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Yeah, I knew they came back because when she was 18 in like that one bedroom scene, she brought them, almost all of them back, but passed out due to a headache. But she tried to bring them all back, so at least there's that. And just violated the contract of Maya Sorcier. It is such a horrible thing. Even the witches of the Alliance must respect and accept one another. Even though they are all important friends to you, Ange. No Witches Alliance has anything to do with this. Magic friends? Give me a break. I killed them, erased them. I smashed the 7 sisters. Who are you? That's so cruel. That's so cruel. Just give it a rest with this playing witches thing. I'm begging you. Maria and Sekitaro, I want you to disappear by yourselves. Even in my imagination. I don't want to kill and erase you. We aren't your imagination. We're your friends, Ange. Who are you? Sekitaro said that as he hid behind Maria, sobbing. Sekitaro doesn't exist. Sekitaro is also an imaginary creature Maria created to distract herself from her loneliness. Who are you? It hurts, Maria. It hurts. Why? Why? Who are you? Who are you? Stop it. Denying my friend is the one thing I will not permit. The same power that had smashed the 7 sisters was probably eating into Sekitaro as well. But Maya was apparently protecting it with some other power. So that Kitaro's form didn't break and scatter. Maria glared at me sharply. It was a serious expression that I'd never seen before. Sekitaro is my furniture. You cannot erase him, Ange. However, trying to deny someone is the greatest form of scorn for a witch. Sekitaro didn't exist from the very beginning. He's just a lying stuffed animal. A phantom you personified with the delusions inside your own mind. Ugh. That's not true. Sekutaro is my friend. He was a stuffed animal once, but now he isn't. No. He is a stuffed animal. Stuffed animal made of cloth and cotton. He can't move or talk by himself. You're just talking for him like a ventriloquist, right? You call that magic? You call that a witch? You call that a friend? I can't accept that. Who are you? Am I not me? Am I just a stuffed animal that can't really talk? And not Maria's friend? Who are you? After struck with a high fever, Sekutaro weakened bit by bit. As he clung to Maria's body, he did all he could to continue standing, but his body gradually began to slip down. As he did, Maria held him, yelling at me as tears streamed down her face. Stop it! Don't burn Sekutaro with a magic-resisting toxin! Don't bully him! Don't insult him! Don't deny him! Maria, you're so weird. There is no Sekutaro. Stuffed animals are stuffed animals. I've learned from Mama that they're made of cloth and cotton. There's no way they can walk or talk. Are you? Sekutaro! Sekutaro! You aren't a stuffed animal! You aren't a stuffed animal! You're a friend! Giggle, giggle, giggle. I just heard the sound. Okay. Okay. So, I heard a sound, I thought I heard the sound that indicated the profile of someone changed. I was wondering what the fuck happened. Instead of playing with stuffed animals, it's better to play outside with everyone. I'm bored of stuffed animals already. Giggle, giggle. I hate you, Ange. Why say something like that? Hate. I hate you. You're not my friend. I won't let you be one of us witches anymore. On my name, the apprentice witch of origins, Maria. I hereby expel the apprentice witch Ange from the Maria Associate Alliance of Witches. And then, what had been peaceful days to me became a daydream and ended. By now it's impossible to prove. No one can verify whether that really was magic, or whether those really were my friends, or else nothing more than a daydream. I, the sole observer, concluded that they were a daydream. So that became the truth. Perhaps in the far future I'll observe it again. And when that happens, maybe I'll acknowledge it wasn't a dream, that the Seven Sisters really were my friend. And that along with Maria and Sekutaro, they did everything they could for me in my isolation. Something so vague is neither the truth nor an illusion. It is a reality here and now is the only world with the real me. Where is the real me? The person standing amidst the girl's exposed wreckage that resembles broken glass sculptures. That girl who's breathing harshly, her shoulders heaving, isn't me. I'm over there. The me that's surrounded by a crowd and being shouted by jeers, and who's hanging her head, her eyes wet, isn't the me over there. The real me. I won't dream anymore, because there's nowhere left to run. I'm going back. I returned myself to the cage made of flesh. Okay, so that scene is actually over. Finally. I just wanted to be done with that one before I talk about it a bit further. Right. I don't know what else to say. I went about it deeply in text, but essentially they, even if they weren't like tangible, even if they were not able to do anything. With all the context that went on during like the entirety of the beginning of episode 4, it's probably like 10 hours I spent reading, right? The establishing the relationship between Ange and Maria, and then the inclusion of the 7 stakes, the happiness they provided to her, and everything around that, right? It seems like, you know, she's phrasing it as if she just had to, like, in quotation mark, grow up, right? But it's clear that all it has provided to her so far was happiness. And like a way to deal with the events that were going on. It didn't impact her negatively. In fact, if I recall properly, she actually improved her grades. It helped her, you know, deal with life and not be completely isolated and unable to do anything. Right? Like, the only reason that she's suffering through this is because everyone else in the class cheated. Yet she did progress through legit ways. So this whole scene that she's making of needing to grow up and like everything around that is as much of a delusion as saying that you should grow up out of that mindset that, you know, they're real friends, right? Because as far as her life was concerned, believing in it was not hurting her whatsoever, right? That's the thing. That's really the thing that like I'm reaching upon. It really wasn't impacting her whatsoever, and the way she discarded all of them, as Mammon put it very clearly, she got friends, real friends that helped her, right? That helped her through all this bullshit, helped her handle whatever was going on. That she had a lot of fun memories with, played game with, did a bunch of stuff together, right? And then discarded them like the absolute trash just because she got upset and just because she suddenly decided she had to grow up. And that she had to, like, in quotation mark, return to reality. As if whatever was going on was like better, right? And also heard shit about how, you know, you could argue that this is negative because she's not interacting with real people, physical people, right? I heard an argument like this, but it's silly, first because of the context in which this happens, where it's the imaginary fantasy world where 40 kids stick around for 5 hours every day just to bully one person. Skipping lunch and dinner for all of them just to bully one person every day for 5 hours. Right? We're in that kind of fantasy land where you can't actively argue that she could be hanging out with, like, real people. Again, in quotation mark. But, like, so far, everything that has been displayed has showed them as, like, even if you could call them delusions, they have shown to be acting nearly no different from, like, actual people. Providing the same socialization, the same support as an actual friend group. And dismissing that solely because it's, you know, not tangible, I think is bullshit, right? Like, the magic that I've been denying the entire time is the magic that has been used by Beatrice to hurt, murder others, and just justify shit as wild as murdering 18 people for the sake of doing magic. Right? That's the shit I've been denying. But, like, denying this shit, denying whatever's going on, at no point in time is this hurting anyone. Like, at no point in time was this showcased to have Ange hurt others around her. I don't know. I'm rambling on. I'm rambling on. I went over this multiple times. Online, right? Through text. I'm not gonna go deeper into it again here, I think. But fucking hell, dude. This scene hit me hard. That is probably the saddest scene I've read in like all of Umineko. And I was wondering what the point was. Like, I genuinely did not expect that. I was wondering what the point was with everything that happened during like the entire start of episode 4. So that was a good payoff. I'm not calling the scene bad in any way, but I'm saying that Ange is holding a terrible view of what reality is and like what she should care about. And I'm saying that Ange is a terrible person for doing this, and especially the way that she discarded all of them in this way. It's awful. It really is. And I don't blame her to some degree, right? Because she is going through bullshit Fantasyland bullying. And that will probably wreck like the mental state of anyone if something like this happened. But that is still a dog shit awful thing, and that hit me hard yesterday. There's not many things that hit me hard. I think there's like a few scenes that I remembered that just make me fucking bawl my eyes out. And this has been one of them. This has been one of them. The other, I do want to bring it up because I always bring it up because it is just a really good one, is, let me just bring it up. This song that I can't play because copyright. This song that I'm sending, every time, and I'm not kidding, every time I play this song and I listen to it like once, which is infrequent, every time I have to like stop whatever I'm doing, lay in bed and fucking cry my tears out. If I just decide to want that today I'm gonna cry, I just have to play that song and it instantly it's... Which is pretty funny to some degree, right? Just having a scene, a song that you just play the second you want to cry like crazy, right? But this is one of them. This is just this scene with in Umineko. That yesterday I genuinely couldn't handle it. I genuinely had to stop the stream. You can probably hear it when I was streaming, right? If you watch the VOD, you can hear me go from like still angry at the previous scene to genuinely on the verge of tears and having to close the stream at the end. So that was good. That was a good scene. That was well written. And the way it made me sad proves that it was a good scene. I don't know if I'm reacting, like, I know other people react bad to the scene. I don't know if I'm reacting too hard or anything. I don't know. I know, at least for a fact, that this scene was good for me. And I think that's all that matters. So, I'm just gonna continue now. Right? Let's keep reading. Let's see how this goes. We're going back to bullshit Fantasyland. Let's see what they do to her. And let's continue then. Alright. Hey, I listened to us. Not like anything will resolve, you just stand there and give your head, right? I hear you. I finally answered. Everything will end if you stay silent, but I will forgive you if you cry, right? I'm asking if you're aware. I'm asking if you're aware of the trouble you're causing those around you. Oh, I nodded. I acknowledged it. I acknowledged that I'd slipped into the world of my daydream, trying to remain separate from the others in my class. To separate myself from and disgrace the sisters who spoke to me with reliable and kind words, despite being totally unable to help when I really wanted them to. They were able to help, you just threw it away. I acknowledge that. I do not have a cooperative attitude and cause trouble. Nothing to blame for that except... Okay. Starting there... Oh. It's a shame that I'm alive. Starting there, I was no longer reading the paragraph that made me write. It was me, improvising. It was what was in my heart. I noticed that it wasn't what they anticipated. But while they frowned, no one spoke. So I continued. That's right. It's a shame that I lived. I should have them take me with them on that day in 1986. And yet, I was the only one who wasn't taken. Why am I here? This isn't the world I'm supposed to be in. No one must save me. For a dime, only the fictional friends I created inside myself could save me. But those friends were nothing more than a delusion. They didn't save me at all. After all, this isn't the world of imagination, but a world of reality. So in short, up until today, I've been having the same daydream. I hated my real classmates and only lived by interacting with the friends in my mind. Just now, split up with those friends. So I am here. I have no family. I've thrown my friends away too. There's no longer anything left for me. Why haven't I died? Come on, I asked that a short while ago. I think we're right. Why am I alive? I should have died in the year 1986. I must really have died. And yet, my dead soul is still locked up inside this cage of flesh. Will I someone? If no one answers, I'll do it myself. Please, let me die. I spoke that sentence and looked around. Dumbfounded girls. Shot girls. Girl whose faces seemed to be saying, what the heck is this kid talking about? And a bit late, more and more girls with faces that said, is this girl alright? Whisper chatter, and then giggle. I ordered friends in my daydream to kill, they couldn't do it. And so, that's real humans to kill me. But of course, these girls can't do it either. In other words, both daydreams and reality are the same. Doesn't this mean that, including this world, absolutely everything is a daydream? That's what I'm fucking saying! That's throwing it away just because it's not like... I don't know, I'm not gonna re-go over it that soon, but fucking hell. There's no problem, right? After all, on that day when I lost my family, I was already dead. Everything that happened afterwards is going on in my head. My life flashing before my eyes after I fell to die. Once I understood that, it felt like the scenery surrounding me began to twist and bend slightly. Yeah, I'll finally wake up. I'll be released from this daydream world. I felt my consciousness sliding away. That's alright. Fade farther and farther away, take me to my family. Then no matter what happens in this twisted, stale world, I won't mind it at all. I saw the crowd get pushed aside as a teacher stepped in. Perhaps the teacher doing the rounds happened to notice a strange disturbance. The teacher was vigorously shouting something, moving to protect me. Watching that, I knew that an ally had appeared for me, even if there was only one, and I felt my awareness return very slightly. We're gonna get a sprite for that teacher, or is that... If we don't get a sprite for the teacher, I'm assuming the teacher is like a very temporary help. I bet you. The only ones who can save me in the world of reality are real humans. Don't agree? Never again. Never again will I seek rescue from daydreams. This is the world of humans. Nothing can save a human, except other humans. It's bullshit. I call bullshit. See, that's what you think. Then that's your world, Ange. Can Ange find happiness this way? If Ange believes that's the only way to find happiness, then it is the only way. If she can't accept the bluebird in the cage for what it is, then she must go and search forever. Are you breaking off relations with Ange? No, nothing like that. I only did that because that's what Ange wanted. We witches are sometimes persecuted. However, we always remain by everyone's side, and our aid can always be asked for. the Denka when Ange will play with us again? Maybe. Or she might forget and it will never come. In the human world, we call that growing up and saying goodbye to her childhood itself. Still, if Ange just remembers, we'll always be by her side. And until then, we'll be waiting. Fucking hell. Where are you? Maria, answer me. Who are you? So I really am a stuffed animal? Made of cloth and cotton. There's no way I can talk. So, can't talk to Maria? Thank you, Taiko, for the follow. Very appreciated. Thank you very much. Give me a second. Okay. I'm repeating myself a lot, but like I do want to say, terrified. I do have tears welling up in my eyes, and it is tough. Did you do Igarashi yet? I'm planning to do it after Umineko. I'm planning to do it. Mostly because I heard a lot about Umineko and I was directly recommended to read Umineko first. So I did. Maya's face was covered with tears and looked as though it had even lost all traces of sadness. Hey you, Sekitaro. You aren't a stuffed animal made of cloth and cotton. You are my friend. I hate Ange. Sorry, Maria. Sorry, Maria. No, trust me. Taiko, if I don't read it on stream, I will read it off stream. Trust me, from what I've read of Umineko, I trust that Igarashi is just as good. And I will read it. That's not a promise, that is a statement. Sakutaro regretted doing that. By freezing her heart. I do want to read Igarashi after. After Umineko, because, you know, I can't read both at once. Because that's way too fucking much load. But, you know. Sakutaro regretted doing that. By freezing her heart. I had finally been able to escape from her sadness. By skipping her up and calling her back, it caused her to be overwhelmed with sadness again. Sakutaro tried arguing Maria, letting go of her, gazing at her uneasily, lost as to how he could bring Maria's spirits up. Might have looked a little humorous doing that. In the end, that was enough to distract Maria from her sadness. I'm only on chapter 3 of Igu. Yeah, I know there's 8. Same, there's 8 Umineko episodes. In the end, there was enough to distract Maya from sadness. Sorry. Crying won't help anything anymore. You arrived at, like, probably right after the saddest fucking scene in Umineko. Like, I didn't get sad much throughout the rest of Umineko, right? Even when it was going over the relationship with Maria and Rosa, I felt angry at what was going on, right? But I didn't feel sad. But this just made me tear the fuck up like crazy. And I almost never tear up, so, you know. I'm not the only one. Everyone's here. Sakusuke and Sakukichi. Where is your soul shattered? Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. That scene was awful. Again, I already went over it. This is... I'm gonna restate it another time. I think that was the biggest mistake that it inflicted no harm upon Ange in any way. That this distinction between the dream world and the real world is bullshit. That the help you can get is not exclusive, right? That she can both be with the stakes and be in the real world, right? It's not exclusive. And that getting all the help she can, clearly it was helping her too. Again, she was getting better, she had better grades, she was able to cope with the bullying, and things wouldn't have changed no matter like no matter if she kept it or not. And I think dismissing all of them just because they are intangible is like a huge mistake. I'm not blaming her for it. I mean, I am, but it's like Rosa beating Maria, right? I understand where she's coming from. I understand why she's doing it, but there's no way I accept it, right? There's no surprise on you. I had to mod the fuck out of the game in order to be able to display them with adventure mode and not novel mode. Fucking hell. This. I genuinely... It's genuinely a good thing that I stopped the stream yesterday. Again, when I stopped the stream, I had to lay in bed for a while. That destroyed me. That hit me too close. Everyone is worried about you, Maria. We're all talking over and over about how to cheer you up, okay? Everyone won't go away like Ange. They won't. We'll always be together. Really? Well, if you are only with me at home, we can go out together when Mama's around and we can't go to school. You aren't supposed to take us to school, so you get in trouble if the teacher finds out. But if no one finds out, we can be together at any time. Taro, you're big, so you'd be found. Then you can take one of the kids that are small enough to walk around with. For example, what about them? If you take the friends in the forest band, look, they're small, so you can hide them in your pocket and go to school together. There's a lot of them in the band. I can't fit them all in my pocket. Collected all the forest band pieces or scattered across her bed. There were about as many of them as pieces in a chest set. It would be probably impossible to fit them all in our pocket. I know this isn't real, right? I do want to say that. I know it isn't real. But it's like at this point I'm engaging from it from a stance of like magic is real. And these are clearly true friends, right? They've shown no difference from being human. And it actively helped her. So this is really tragic. I'm gonna be talking about that scene for like the rest of the stream. Be ready for it, because this has been impacting me a lot. So expect me to bring it up. you know. I already included it in the chat. I don't know. I don't know how could I add more. Right, I think this sums it up. This sums it up well. This just one line thing here. I don't know what else to add over this. I can probably just like here we go. Here we go. Just one more. Just one more. One. In that case, you can just take friends that you're especially close with. You can take the 4 rabbits, your best friends in the forest band. Could fit 4 in my pockets. Yeah, this way they won't be found. Now you won't even be alone even at school, Maria. Those kids will be with you even where I can't go. Yeah, maybe I won't be lonely that way. Maybe I can hold out until coming home from school. As long as we aren't found by the teacher and Mama, we can be with you at any time. So let's be together, play together forever. We definitely won't leave you alone, Maria. Who are you? Maria's expression finally regained a little bit of brightness. That's right. In the beginning, Maria's world didn't have Ange in it. Even without Ange, it was fun with everyone. And yet, strangely enough, it's only became sad without Ange, what coming at the end. That it discovered audio only mode. But you missed out on the OG sprite, you missed out on Soul, though. And that's a shame. You would not want to miss out on Soul, but that's okay. Can you tell me how that works? Because I would be interested to know. You miss out on the Soul sprite, but you know, if that's the only way you can watch, I do appreciate it. It's just the poor Soul sprite. It's like I've already mentioned it. I love that heart so much. And I've come from seeing it when I first saw Umineko, right? When I first saw it, I thought the OG sprites were like the meme sprites, the bad sprites you take if you want to have a laugh, right? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna mod them in. That's funny. I like funny sprites. And then the more I played, very quickly in episode 1, I changed my tune and realized no, they look good. Their personality is conveyed clearly. You know who they are. Just from looking at their design. They look great. And the art style is very memorable, and that's good. But more personality, yeah. As I said, I can't forgive the PS3 sprite for whitewashing my man Battler. Like he's already barely white. He's clearly tanned, right? But they still fucking whitewashed him. He's like fucking white as a ghost. In the PS3 version, like what the fuck? Actually messed up, evil and twisted. Wait, no! They did update it. She had the 7 stakes below her. And they removed them. Wait, no, here they are. Never mind. No, that's in the future, though. This one is a future, 12 years later. Let me have a look. But they don't even mention it in this. Okay. Fucking dwarf man. No one has such weird proportions in the thing. Anyways, let's continue. All that's happened is that I've returned to the world right before Ange entered it, so there's nothing to be sad about. Yeah, I'm not lonely. Sakitaro and the others are with me. Hey, you! I love you, Maria. I won't let any more humans come into my world. My actual series in the lines between me and Beatrice only. From the start, even if Beatrice didn't want to let Ange join, it's alright this way. Ange was still too young. But now, until he can be friends with Ange again, I think it's okay to forget about it. Like, yeah, you could use this as an example of, like, Maya isolating herself because of this. But the reason she's isolating herself in this, right, with her blush friends and everything, is solely the fault of Ange. Because she trusted Ange and got betrayed, right? And like even in any other circumstance, even if you take something that like seems more real, like let's just take something more real. Your friends, you have a group of friends. We're a different cute fit. I can't switch to console sprite suddenly. even with a real group of friends, right? If you invite a new friend to your group, right, to the group chat or whatever, and after a bit, despite trusting them and like having fun with them, they just suddenly like cut all ties, tell your friends suck and you suck for hanging out with them, and you're stupid. What would you do? If not, kick out that new person that you invited and decide you're never gonna invite a new person to the group again, right? It's a reasonable reaction. And then there's, like, then I don't think that argument holds up. I'm saying this because I saw that argument being brought up, right? That the imaginary friends that Maria and Ange had are deeply negative solely because it causes them to isolate themselves. But if you replace them with actual real humans, right? Like tangible, physical, none of this story would change. It is not like just, I don't know, something that all of us terminally online can relate to. Just replace them by non-tangible friends that we now all have, Discord friends, right? Imagine an isolated kid whose only friends are like people on Discord. Would that make them friends less friends? Right? Like, you see what I mean? I don't know. It's bullshit. It's a bullshit overreaction. And I understand Maria for reacting this way. I also understand Ange for acting this way, but Ange just fucked up completely. And, okay, I also want to point out the fact that I'm reacting so strongly, that I'm relating it to real world shit, is proof that this is incredibly well written and that Umineko is peak. Because it was just like, if it was Danganronpa, I would just laugh it off and call it bad writing, and I would be like, stupid Danganronpa. Because Danganronpa sucks ass. I read it. I actually played Danganronpa. So I can't call it ass, because I'm justified. I know what it is. If it was that, I would just not care. Ryukishi is not a hack. Ryukishi I hate you for making me cry. Ryukishi. It's with 2K, right? Not sure. It is Ryukishi with one. Let me check. It is Ryukishi 07. Okay. I wasn't sure if it was 2K. Here we go. But now, until you can be friends with Ange again, I think it's okay to forget about it. See, that's even the part, right? That's even the important part. Maria feels betrayed, but despite that, still doesn't want, like, even Secretary is telling her, yeah, you can still be friends again. It's not like a definitive. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Play together once you regain your high spirits, Maria. Till then, all of us will be by your side. Thank you, Secretary. Everyone. Yeah. By the way, if you do have a different cute fit, if you can send it to me, either on Discord or like anywhere, even in chat. I would like to see it. I would appreciate it. Then Maria once again regained the former world. She regained the world that wasn't lonely, where she was surrounded by many friends. Just like usual. She didn't have any human friends, that's cool. But her magic friends were always with her. The rabbit banshee in her pockets talked with her during class, sounding like we were having fun. Just listening to the greatly embellished time she spent in class. Maria made it so that As long as Mama and the teacher didn't find out, her other friends could always be there. When Mama told Maria to go play outside, Maya would secretly pack Sekitaro and Sakasuke and the rest into her bag and play together at the library or something. When my mama was late coming home and Maria went shopping for dinner, she always went with Sekitaro. The man at the convenience store and the other people were nice to Sekitaro. He sometimes gave a second portion free from Maria and Sekitaro. When Mama found out, Maria would get in trouble for bringing Sekitaro and the rest outside. When the teacher found out, Maria would get in trouble for bringing toys to school. The toxin must be strong in Mama and the teacher. That's why Sekitaro looks like a normal stuffed animal to them. After all, the convenience store man and the others say hello to Sekitaro. Not all humans are hopeless. There are tons of people who, unlike Ange and Mama and teacher, can say hello to magic friends like I can. Oh, Maria, welcome! Was your mama late coming home tonight too? Yeah, but I've got Sekitaro, so I'm not lonely. Right, Sekitaro? Ooh, you. It's not just Sekitaro today. Some of her friends came too. Oh, what a friend is it? What kind of friends do you bring today? Today's the rabbits from the forest band are also with me. Maya began to line up 4 ceramic rabbit dolls on a register. As the owner of the shop looked at it, smiling, he sent a signal to a part-timer with his chin. And the sign on the other register that's closed was taken down, and a voice called out for everyone to move over there. All the people in line behind Maria lined up behind that one. What? What's going on? I see, I see. You do have a lot of friends, Maya. I hope your mama comes soon. Ooh. Mama's busy with work again, so she's spending the night at the company. She's been very busy lately. She hasn't even been able to get much time to talk to me on the telephone. Did we call Child Protective Services? But I'm not lonely. We've got Sekitaro and the rest, right? Yeah, you. Have you begun all the rabbits from the band? Look! He accused the sound a rabbit makes? I have never heard that. After smiling at Sekitaro, who was poking his head out of her knapsack, played around with the rabbit band on the register, making them frolic around. I feel there's something about to happen. Although the shop manager glazed at this pleasantly, he had a slightly pitying look on his face. This was apparently a single mother household, where the mother had to work out and couldn't come home very often. On top of that, it looked like this girl didn't even have any friends. As he watched her play around happily with the dolls, and claimed she wasn't lonely despite everything, couldn't help but feel a kind of compassion. And actually, this wasn't limited to him alone. Maria had become quite famous in the shopping district. Oh, I misunderstood that line. Wait. Wait, oh, I misunderstood. I thought for some reason it closed the sign to make it so like other people would line up behind Maria. And I was like, did he call over Child Protective Services who are watching what's going on and about to like get Maria help or some bullshit? I didn't understand that it was like sending over customers to a different line just so Maria can talk. That is very nice. That is so much better than what I pictured.
Maria-chan.
Yeah, you should eat some odin every once in a while. If you don't eat your eggs and fish paste, you won't get big. Ooh, don't get a cream roll. Or you, if you don't eat certain things, you won't get big. How about odin for today? Oh, then I have some odin. Yeah, that's the ticket. Why don't I stick a whole bunch in there? Want mustard? For you, I can't handle spicy things. I see. Then make sure you don't let it spill on the way home. It will sure be delicious when it's hot. Oh, thank you. I planned on getting some sweet pastries for dinner, but since Odin had been recommended to her, we'd be having that tonight instead. Very often, Maya had to decide whether dinner would be on her own, so it was easy for the menus to get a little one-sided. It felt fun to have a meal she hadn't anticipated. Here you, thanks for giving us extra, mister. And my regards to your other friends at home. No stuffing yourself on your way back. Go straight home and eat it there. Oh, thanks, mister. I raised the bag of the udon container. Aye. That was sweet. That's not gonna be so sweet. No. Huh? Here you? What is it, Maria? The keys in my pocket. Standing in front of the door to her house, Maya searched over all of her body. The key to the house wasn't there. She always methodically put it in the same pocket. So there was no way she'd put it in another pocket. She searched her whole body just in case. Unsurprisingly, it wasn't there. Did you drop it when you took your wallet out? No. When I took my wallet out, I definitely felt it. I also felt it when I searched my pocket. Oh, wait there. Is this how Rosa is going to find out? It was there until part way. I didn't drop it. Even till the late autumn wind be bearable, because Maria was thinking of returning home, where the eater was. Not that she was confused and had lost her key. That wind tormented her. But no matter how hard she searched, couldn't find her key. She turned out all her pockets, and even tried taking off her jacket and eating it, but to no avail. Of course, she also turned the knapsack that her was in upside down, but the key didn't come out. I can deeply relate to this, because literally right before the stream, I panicked the fuck out because I couldn't find my keys, and I thought I locked myself out. Then it turned out my keys were on the lock, and I just didn't realize. So like, you know, I can relate, Mario. The thing that should have been there was where it was supposed to be. Why isn't the key there? Where I didn't do anything wrong. Why isn't it? Why? Why? Maya was cold and frustrated and angry as she stamped on the ground. The bottom of her foot throbbed, but that didn't lessen her frustration. At the same time, her tears poured out. It wasn't her fault. It was someone else's fault. Maya didn't know who that someone was, and could do nothing but continue to let a moan of anger out. You. I'm sure you dropped it part way. Let's look for it, okay? Let's return on the road we came by and search, okay? Even though I went to all the trouble of buying odin and got eggs and stuff for free, I won't be able to eat it while it's hot. Maya, I know it's frustrating, but let's search, okay? It's no one's fault, so let's search. Maya finally lent an ear to Sekita's word, began to trot back down the road she had come. Now imagine if she was all alone, right? Imagine if she was like Ange and threw them away just because, you know, it's not real, some bullshit. She would have been like completely stuck there crying and not being able to do anything, instead of being able to like see it from a different perspective and calm down without being beaten up by her mother for crying, right? Infinitely better, and you can't tell me otherwise. The wind was colder than before, and it felt like it was blowing in through the corners of her jacket in a mean way. Where are you? Let's watch our feet closely and search, okay? And let's get on quickly. Let the eater warm us up and eat autumn, okay? Make sure it will be delicious. Oh, gone. It's gone. The Kitaro encouraged her. Mara searched for the key. But she made it all the way back to the college store, where she'd bought the odin. She hadn't found it. Just in case, she had demanded at the convenience store whether they had found a dropped key. But if they hadn't found anything. In more time, she returned home, paying close attention to the area around her feet. I got her the E-cups right now. Fucking sucks. Okay. But unsurprisingly, she didn't find it. She was no longer frustrated enough to stomp her feet, but hot tears dripped down her face. The odin had cooled down completely. Even though she had been told it would be delicious when warm, she hadn't been able to eat it. I love Maria too. Maria's nice. Even though that man had given her so much free stuff. Where are you? Don't cry. Mama isn't coming back tonight. Let's do our best and search. Why can't I find it? Ooh. Maria, don't cry. Let's do our best and search. Maria! Maria was no longer able to hold back her tears. Sobbing, she clutched Sakutaro and held the back of Oden, returning once more down the road she had come by. Perhaps because more and more houses and stores and tournament. Lights off by now, I'm yawning. Holy shit. I slept 12 hours, how am I yawning? Fucking sucks. And once again, without finding the key, he returned to the convenience store. Maria, still can't find your key. Oh, my key, it's gone. Wasn't your mother away for the night? So you can't get in your house without a key? Can't get in. Oh, that's no good. Will you try going to the police? They might be able to help you. Mama said not to talk to policemen, even if they start talking to me. Oh? Well, why is that? It's probably because Rosa would be liable for making such a young girl like Maria watch over the house by herself. And because she knew this wasn't something that would be permitted by society. So Maria was indoctrinated into changing the store she bought things at, so that she didn't catch the eyes of adults. And into saying no more than greeting the policemen even if they talked to her. Maria had obediently done as she was told. Instead of considering why she must do that, she was much more concerned with meekly obeying because her mother had told her so. The manager of the convenience store probably didn't think of it that way. In the first place, seeing such a young girl being forced to watch over the house alone, so frequently, would make anyone worry. And then, after making the road trip between their home and the store once more, and arriving at the convenience store for a third time, a policeman was there. It's that child! Maria, did you find your key? Didn't find it. What's your name, miss? The policeman asked the name, but Maya didn't answer. Did your mother tell you not to talk to policemen? Don't worry, don't need to be scared of me. Have you eaten dinner yet, miss? Thought some, but I couldn't get to my house, so I couldn't eat it. What's your mother doing? Is she not coming home tonight? Is it at work? Do you know, can I thank your mother at work? Maya hung her head lipply. She didn't understand why the policeman was getting mad at her. No, he probably wasn't getting mad at her. But if this reached her mother's ears, then she would definitely be in trouble. Even if she didn't understand the reason why she would be in trouble, she at least understood that much. But the policeman wouldn't let Maria go, and her head was swimming from hunger. The policeman noticed that, and was decided that he would listen to her story as they ate in the police box. Maria was taken to the police box. The fuck is the police box? What? She had her oven eaten in the microwave oven. It even started to rise like cakes, and hot tea were brought up for her. She'd been told not to talk to policemen, but after being asked about Sakutaro, she responded, starting to feel that this wasn't a bad person. And anyway, she wouldn't be able to return home now, so she didn't know what to do. She told Mama's work phone number. She had been told not to tell no one of, but he was only in a very, very serious situation. In the tatami room inside the police box, she ate the oden that was so hot it felt like it would burn her. She watched the policeman making the phone call, lazily thinking, I'm probably gonna get in trouble. Will Mama get mad at me? Or you? He must have been listening to the phone ringing for a very long time. With the receiver up to his ear, the policeman looked up at the clock, grumbling. Maybe they aren't picking up because the business hours are over. Hello? Hello? Is this Ange Rosa Incorporated? This is the Komatsukawa Police Department police box in front of Senban Station. Is President, Udaiken? No, wait. President Ushirmiya available? Yes. What? She's on vacation? Yes. Starting yesterday, the president had been on a 3-day vacation. Is there some business you have over? Oh, no, never mind. So do you know where she might be? You haven't heard where to contact her. Have you? Here, could you hold on for a second? Hey, anyone heard was the president went for a vacation? Or how to contact her? I heard she was going for all you can eat grabs in Sapporo with her boyfriend. I've already mentioned it. I don't think they should be taken literally. They already mentioned in episode 1 during that scene that Maria is in deep shit because of debt and blackmail. And that the reason she wanted a lot of money right now is because she has a ton of debts and needs to get the fuck out of it. And I'm 100% believing in some sugar daddy bullshit, right? Where she's forced to go do all this shit, otherwise she's in trouble. This is the one time I'm completely willing to give Rosa the benefit of the doubt. Right? Maybe I should take this literally, and maybe Rosa is in deep shit. Give me a second. I believe in Rosa. Like I don't know. Maybe she is actually on vacation and I will kill her. If that's actually what it is. But I'd like to believe it's not that simple. I'm sure such a cold place will do wonders for shrinking the distance between them, don't you? I haven't heard how to contact them. Yeah, understood. Hello. Hey, she went to Sapporo, but I'm not sure about how to reach her. Should I take a message? I see. What a shame. Well then, if you manage to get in touch with her again, could you tell her what we called? Yeah, sure, yes. After that, I was taken to the police department. It was even bigger. I ended up spending the night there. A police box is like a tiny station. Ah, I see. I missed that message, Bachelor. They've asked me various things about myself. A lady who called herself the district welfare officer came by and asked about a lot of things. And was told, you poor thing. When I heard that, I learned for the first time. Am I a poor thing? Are you? That's not true. You're happy, Maria. Oh. They're gonna poison her with the anti-magic. I bet you. I was wondering why Maria did not bring up any friends. Then Rosa came back. I was told to go to her room, but on our way back from the bathroom, she hid by the entrance to the living room and listened in on the exchange. The person who had come to visit was a female district welfare officer who had asked Maria various questions on that other day. Don't be so pushy! Maria's heart is too innocent and delicate, so it was an insensitive kid here. Could be hurt. Please stop your pointless meddling. But in that case, miss, if the child is so delicate, what if her home all alone? Shouldn't the mother be together with her child? I'm together with her as much as I should be. I don't need to take instructions from you or something like that. Oh, really? She's very well known in this area. They say your daughter frequently goes out at night to buy things and eat. Everyone was worried I'm looking out for her. How do you know that was my child? There's got to be plenty of children around this town, right? You'll just suddenly decide that it's my Maria. Kids sometimes walk around outside at night, right? How can you prove that they were all my child? It's well known around the Chanto that a girl holding a lion stuffed animal often stops by to eat dinner and buy things. Everyone treated Maria with care out of concern for her. Sometimes people even escorted her home. Oops. Thinking the night roads may be dangerous, you see? You can find lion stuffed animals everywhere. Oh, she's gonna take Secretary away. It was none of her business escorting her home. I've been thinking of kidnapping Maria. Don't bother her. Maria is my child. I am raising her. I have no intention of putting her in some strange institution. Stop your needless meddling. Are you? What's that lion stuffed animal? Mean me? It's okay. I'm the one in trouble. There's nothing to do with you, Secretary. Maya and Secretary, continuing to watch her mother fearfully. I also wish I could be with Maya every day. But I'm a single mother, so I have to work. When I look at my president of the company, and I bear responsibility for my employees' well-being. I'm busy with my work all year round, so there's no time for me to rest. Really? You've been on vacation these last 3 days, haven't you? I have not been on vacation. I've stayed in my company all night working. There's a mountain of matters to be taken care of that the other unreliable employees can handle. Why are you lying like that? The one for your company said that you were taking a 3-day vacation, you see? You went to Hokkaido with your boyfriend, right? You daughter by yourself for 3 whole days. I don't know anything about this boyfriend. I don't know anything about Hokkaido. Why are you getting this nonsense? Why? Why? Do you have any proof? What the hell? Don't just start butting in on someone else's family matters. I love Maya. I have my own way of loving her by beating her the fuck out. And pushing her onto the curb and beating her even more. Fuck you, Rosa. I didn't go on vacation, I was just working the whole time. I was trying to finish things up at work with all my strength. All my strength because I wanted to see Maya as soon as I could. I stayed at companies the whole time. I don't know anything about Hokkaido. Don't just go ahead and say something like that. I'm a voice actor, by the way. Just get out! Get out! What's wrong with you? Get out! Get out! This is what someone who's telling the truth sounds like. Again, I believe it's blackmail. There was a rage, air flying wildly. The teacup was knocked over from the force of her standing up, but far louder than what was the sound of her beating the table with both hands. When faced with this rage that could accurately be described as wide-eyed derangement, the district officer couldn't help but be taken aback. And the same went for Maya, who was secretly watching this from the hallway. She had already seen her mother in a rage several times before this. She had never seen her this crazed with anger. When she saw this, Maya was sure this was no longer her mother. Her mother was being possessed by some evil witch, which is what she said in episode 2. It was some other evil being that was possessing her mother's body. And then she herself was discovered by the evil being. Maya knew that she was being reflected in the evil being's eyes. Her mind went blank, and she felt as though her field of vision was racing off into the distance. Profusely closing in on Maya, Rosa mercilessly slapped her on the small shoulders, and dropped her gaze towards the stuffed animal Maya was holding, Secretary. Don't do it. Maya, even though I told you so many times not to take that outside, you brought it with you, didn't you? Ryo, it isn't Maya's fault. I told her to take me. That's not true. I brought Secretary on my own because I was lonely. It isn't Secretary's fault. Ryo, Maria. It's not Secretary's fault. It's not Secretary's fault. He said to Maria. The brunt of Rosa's anger was aimed at the lion stuffed animal Maria was holding. A girl went shopping in the middle of the night, always clutching a lion stuffed animal. Because of that, she had become well known in the shopping center. Didn't I tell you not to take stuffed animals with you? Why? Why can't you listen to what Mama says? Why? Why can't you follow Mama's rules? With a very single word, she stamped her heel and banged furiously on the wall. Of course, she didn't make direct contact with Maya. The police officer was right there. However, the violence of the outshine certainly bit against her. Miss, stop that! Let go! I said let go, damn it! The district welfare officer had come back to her senses and was pinning Rosa's arms behind her back. But the instant Rosa was touched, she went wild, firstly throwing the welfare officer off. She hit the table and fell to the ground. A teacup on the table smashed on the floor, making a violent sound. Seriously? Maria, I didn't do anything wrong. It's my fault, so don't scold Maria. I'm the one who brought Secretary. It's not Secretary's fault. It's not Secretary's fault, so don't look at Secretary with those scary eyes. But look at him! Don't call Maria, don't call Maria! You, what are you doing just now and a minute ago too? Do you also play with dolls like that outside? Did you do it in front of the people in the store? So that's why we remembered you! Did you brainless moron? Why are you such a dumbass? Answer me honestly. When you went out, you always walked around with that stuffed animal without telling Mama, right? This is the worst shit. You know, I already ate it, Rosa. Again, I'm being too kind, assuming that she's forced to go on vacation, right? That it's actually sugar daddy bullshit. That she's in trouble if she doesn't go. This is what I'm assuming. But if she touches Secretary even one bit, if she touches Secretary one bit, I am killing Rosa. Rosa is fucking dead. I'm gonna continue unless, like, otherwise the same thing as yesterday is gonna happen. If I stop to consider it further, I'm just gonna cry. You do continue. I can't stop the stream early. Stop using that weird stuffed animal talk. Speak your own words, not of stuffed animals. Secretary isn't a stuffed animal. He's my friend. Don't call him a stuffed animal. Don't. Yeah, I get it. What's called Secretary, was it? You're taking with you all the time when you went shopping without telling Mama, right? Yeah. Mario admitted it honestly. If he hadn't admitted it, the Secretary would have said something to take the blame. By admitting right away, he was protecting your small friend. Only Secretary. Any others? You haven't been bringing weird things to school too, have you? Miss! Surely your daughter has done nothing wrong. Stop this interrogation at once! You, stay quiet! I'm talking with my daughter, aren't I? Come on, Maria, look at Mama when you talk. What are the answers to Mama's question? Okay, so two things. One, is there no child protective services in this world? Why is Maria not taken away from Rosa as fast as possible? Two, fuck you, Rosa. Go fuck yourself. Three, you can really tell that Ryukishi was a social worker. It's not the 1980s. We're in 2000s. Wait, no, it is the 1980s. Never mind. Never mind. Rich family in Japan in the 80s. Sad. Yeah. I still think that, like, Child Protective Services would see this shit and act on it. Agent Secretary. Also, rabbits were with me too. You have them with you now? Oh. What if you still in your pockets? Pulling out 4 ceramic rabbits with a tiny hand. The rabbits were close friends who could be together with her at school in Secretary's place. And when Rosa saw that, she shook her head slightly as though dizzy. A school notice had been written that Maya was apparently bringing toys to school and playing with them. The family was instructed to try and prevent this. But Rosa rejected that, blaming the teacher and phoning in a protest of her own on the school, saying that there was no way her child would bring toys to school. For nearly an hour, she had shouted at the vice principal to stop making false accusations about her daughter. To a certain degree, it was the school that grasped that Maria was a pitiful girl. They knew that the small toys she brought in were her only friends, so they had done their best to have a look at, but the other students caught sight of them. Some of the boys that started complaining that only she could bring toys. Schools had wrecked their brains on how to cope with this. Yeah, like, that's what are they doing? You see this shit. You act on it. They had tried to gently send a warning by way of the mother, But after Rosa's overreaction, even Maria's teacher decided to overlook it. But now Rosa knew she had been the one who was wrong, and her daughter really had been bringing toys to school. It was at the school, unknown that she was a disgrace, but toys to school and played with them as though they were her only friends. To Rosa, the father-daughter was just a little different from normal children. Having this peculiar side of a daughter exposed and found fault with was, more than anything else, something she couldn't bear. So she howled. She raged. Don't associate me with her! Don't fucking associate me with her! Ryukishi, fuck you! Don't do that! Fuck you! Fucking hate this guy! Holy shit! He's respecting this happy family. The district welfare officer tried to cut between Rosa and Maria again, but she only met with Rosa's wrath once more. Rosa once again threw the woman off with a face like a demon. I'm sorry, but assaulting an officer? Is that not a crime? I'm pretty sure that if you assaulted an officer and threw them to the ground twice, and have them bump into the side of a table and hurt them, you would not just get away with this. Even in the 80s, even if you're rich, I'm pretty sure assault of an officer is not something you get away with. And when even that felt to curb her under her, she stomped on the ground over and over again, so forcefully that it seemed she might break through the floor. And after seeming to come back to her senses for a second, she immediately froze her, breathing, and asked Maria, Maria, those rabbits in the band, are they your close friends? I see. Isn't it great that you have a full 4 friends? He said that Rosa grabbed one of the rabbits from Maria's hand. Then she shoved it in front of Maria's eyes so she could see it very well. The cute rabbit holding a trumpet was a small doll, like a chess piece. She slowly lifted it into the air. Of course, Maria's and Secretary's eyes also followed it. Then, with a speed that the eye couldn't follow, she smashed it against the wall. She had half imagined that this worst possible thing might happen, so she instantly realized what had been done. So Maria let out a short, despairing scream. It was in pieces. It had been small and sturdy, but that hadn't been enough to withstand her mother's fierce rage. Because you didn't listen to what Mama told you, I broke one of them. From now on, every time you disobey something Mama says, go fuck yourself! I hope you fucking die! I hope whatever reality Bernkastel promised to Ange, whatever reality that was, as Rosa fucking dead in a fucking ditch. I hope Rosa dies in a fucking ditch in the perfect world and Ange like goes to live with, I don't know, fucking Rudolph and Kiri. Or even Natsui. Cross is a piece of shit. Natsui is very strict. But at no point in time did Natsui ever physically abuse Jessica. Natsui is like one of the best parents in this entire thing. Fuck you! Go fuck yourself! I am so mad. I hope you fucking die. I hope you I'm not even kidding. I'm not saying this as like an exaggeration, right? I hope you die. I hope you die. I hope the perfect reality is one where you're dead and you don't come back. I really hope so. I really do. Remember that. Miss, you think to call yourself a mother after doing something like that? You think you can do something like that and not hurt your daughter? Hurt Maria? I'm also hurting, right? Who's gonna take responsibility for my wounds? Well, who is? Did I tell you to shut up? Stop it, Mama, it's my fault. Don't get mad at this lady. This is Maya's fault, it's mine. Don't get mad, Maya. Didn't I tell you to stop playing with stuffed animals like that? In the first place, it's disgusting. You say stuffed animal is your friend. Just how old are you? Oh, hold. Well, this is the gross, crappy stuffed animal made of filth and cotton, right? Is this the only kind of friend you have? 100% bet she's gonna reveal that she just bought it and didn't make it. If you have enough spare time to pretend this monster stuffed animal is your friend, go on and make some real human friends. Why couldn't you never make any friends? That's why your class always treats you like a weirdo and makes fun of you. Give it a rest and get a hold of yourself already. Grow up from this stuffed animal play. Like, I already said it. Rudolph and Kiri are arguably alright, right? Like, the issue with Rudolph is that, like, he's an adulterer, right? But, like, as far as I know, the reason why Battler dislikes Rudolph is that he got away from his mom, like, pretty quick. He never hurt Battler. He never physically abused Battler, he never emotionally abused Battler. Same for Kiri. In fact, Kiri has been taking care of Ange, like, pretty well. Natsui, I brought it up too. Like, Natsui, I do want to point out, right, that in episode 1, she was such a nice person. She did everything to protect everyone until she cracked at the very end. Natsui was actively doing her best. Fuck this, man. Fuck this. Really. I do mean it. Fuck this. Like I said, stop playing with that stuffed animal. Mama, give him back. Give Secretary back. I grabbed hold of Secretary's head and took him from me. And she smashed him against the wall over and over. I said, stop, damn it! I told you to stop that stuffed animal talk! Yeah, no, like, Natsui did her best, protecting everyone as much as she could. Again, she cracked at the very end because everyone around her kept dying, right? And that's why at the end she panicked and told them to, like, hide in the parlor. She never shot anyone. She did her best to protect all of them. And, like, again, the reason why she's a bad mother isn't like anything super bad. The worst thing she did was deny her daughter's hobby and push her to just, like, focus on school and everything. Right? She's a bad mother for, like, not you know, taking acknowledgement of her child's, you know, emotions and everything. But she never fucking abused her child. As far as I know, she never did anything even remotely close to this shit. Natsui is a good person. Yeah, fucking hell. Because of this stuffed animal. That's why you can never make any friend. That's why you're alone. I pushed off to the side in your class and treated like a freak. Shouldn't have never given you a stuffed animal like this. Should never have given you such a disgusting stuffed animal. Stop it. Give him back, give him back. He's my friend. My best friend. As long as Sekitaro is there, I don't need anything else. So give him back. Give him back. For some reason, my frantic request just added oil to the fire of Mama's anger. Mama pushed my arm aside as I tried to grab Sekitaro. I snatched him back. And in a bizarre way, she stuck her fingernails on both hands deep into Sekitaro, twisting him. The red muffler, which I carefully wrapped for him every day, came off and fell to the floor. Secretary, who had been so precious to me, was twisted, smashed, torn at the fingernails so much, was twisted painfully, his face curving in sadness. Mama's fingernails, on a stitch on the neck, and tore it with fingernails of both ends. Tore it apart. In that instant, Secretary's yellow claw and the cotton almost looked like moist cotton candy. Maria. A crumpled yellow cloth and the cotton candy flowing out were thrust right in front of my eyes. And through Mama's face, the evil being stated clearly. Sakutaro is dead. Fucking update. Lady Maya's white heart, which was torn apart. Broken vessel can only be regenerated by the master who greeted him, Rosa. However, Rosa disposed of the vessel's fragments and even lost the pattern paper. On top of that, his existence was denied by the Meister himself. His resurrection is now impossible. The Meister died in 1986, and any chance for his resurrection disappeared for all time. Even the endless witch, Beatrice, could not manage it. Bagagura Gyogo. What is this? Oh, she's crying. Maria, do not cry. Secretary was a good friend. As long as you do not forget that, he will always be with you. Do not cry. Bring him back to life. You can use a lot of magic, Bito. You can even bring Secretary back to life, right? About that. Of course. Secretary had been my furniture. It would be easy. However, Secretary is your furniture. It makes it difficult for me. If you say it's difficult, that means it isn't impossible, right? Bring him back to life. Bring him back to life with the endless magic. To tell the truth, Secretary's vessel was a stuffed animal Rosa made herself, correct? But Rosa has denied Secretary. A life that is not permitted by its own mother cannot exist. Beatrice's words were feeble. If she knew that, no matter what the excuse, it wouldn't be enough to calm Maria and make her accept it. She had to communicate the painful truth to her disciple and close friend. She had to tell her the fact that even with all of her power, even she could not revive Secretary. As long as you continue to strongly believe in Secretary's existence, that soul will not disappear. Maria, please do not be sad. But now, look! Believe that Secretary is smiling right over there. No! 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 You have to bring him back to life! I don't even want to jokingly read those lines. I just want to let Maria say them. Give it up. There's no magic to revive Secretary. Despite that, you must strongly believe that Secretary will continue to exist as your close friend. That power will become magic. That's not magic. That's not magic. You have to bring him back to life. You can't do it because Mama made him herself. What did Mama make Secretary? It was to give me to me as a present, right? It was to make him my friend, right? So why did Mama make it herself and break it herself? Why did Mama give birth to it by herself and try to break it herself? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's because Rosa should fucking die painfully. I hate Mama. I hate Mama. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. Too sad. Too sad. I smash Mama up. What she did to Secretary. I stick my fingernails in, tear her, turn her into club and cotton. Yes! This, okay, remember when I said reasonable crash out to Ange? It wasn't. It really wasn't. This is a reasonable crash out. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, Beatrice. Those voice actors are really good. Of the darkness beyond Maya's back, the massive jet black arms crept out, twisting around Maya as she sobbed in anger. Then massive fingernails stuck into Maya's chest and stomach. Maya could not see that, but Beetle could. And Gary's sadness without any place to go will tear you apart. Beetle knew that. He could see that. Yes. The end. The massive arms were Maya's own. Those fingernails slowly started to eat into her chest and stomach. Of very immense size and strength. The arm could probably tear Maya into bits easily. But Maya herself couldn't notice. Draining to a sea of her own tears. She couldn't notice that her own arms were trained to tear apart her own chest. I can't stand it! I can't stand it! Sekitaro could be brought back to life no matter what. I want revenge. I want to make Mama meet the same end. I want her to meet the same end as Sekitaro. Beatrice, teach me magic for that. Teach me magic to beat Mama. Is that truly how you feel? Kill Mama. I'll kill her. No, that isn't Mama. It's a bad witch possessing Mama. I'll kill the witch Mama. Very well. I'll give you that power. For tearing you and your beautiful heart apart. For giving you that pain. It's fitting that your heartless mother be torn apart considerably. I shall teach it to you. I'll teach you of the abyss in the world of witches. The depths where no light reaches. Sekitaro. I hate everyone. I hate Mama. I hate Ange too. I hate everyone. Everyone. Fuck, man. Fucking hell. Give me a minute. Alright. I'd planned on taking a nap, but the boat really was shaking bad. I gave up on sleeping and went up onto the deck. There was welcomed by the shining sun and a strong sea breeze. Amakusa had been doing some stretches on the deck. He must have a lot of time on his hands too. After all, it'll be several more hours before we reach Niijima. It would only have taken a couple dozen minutes by airplane. There was a chance that the Niijima airport was under the Sumidara family's web. The harbor would probably be the same. For that reason, I had obtained a boat that would let me land while avoiding the harbor. No questions asked. I'd bump to... Wait, oh? You skip, I'm blind. No. No, I didn't skip anything. That's just the end of the chapter. I didn't skip anything. Yeah. I bumped to a cheery boat captain. Plied him generously and he decided to help me out, amused. Still gonna be a while. Just as captain, it sounds like we will take a full 2 hours more. Well, the guys can be choosers. The weather sure is nice. Feels like I'll burn. Going to read on the deck? You'll damage your book. Kusa apparently thought this because I was clashing Maya's diary under my arm. Been reading it while half asleep. Which was why I'd come back up still clutching it. Get going. Think you'll be able to find the truth of Rokkenjima from Maya's diary? Who knows? No matter how much you investigate what happened on that island, it won't make for anything more than a theory. There's no truth written in the message bottle or Maya's diary. Just a fairy tale with a witch walking around. I'm stuck. It's like you've got nothing to look forward to, except questioning those involved on Niijima. I imagine the witch hunters have showered them questions over and over. I'm pretty sure I won't find any new facts. So even though your hopes are that low, you're willing to spend a half-day trip on a boat to go to the Niijima anyway. Talk about fickle. It's like a journey of self-satisfaction. So that I can say, I investigated. I'm not so naive as to seriously think that the truth 12 years ago would be revealed. When you're done with your self-satisfaction trip, what will you do next? Who knows? Haven't thought about it. I'll go to Niijima, as some people were involved. And after going to Rokkenjima in the end and leaving some flowers, our journey will be over. Several days have already passed since this journey began. Being told by Berncastle on the roof of that building to search for the truth of 20 years ago. I left on a journey like trying to grasp a cloud. At the time, felt as though I'd experienced something mystical, and the feeling that I might be able to grasp some kind of miracle at the end of this journey. But after several days passed, my excitement died down. On that day, when I stood on the roof of that skyscraper, my heart was completely cornered and dead. But I'd wanted from the bottom of my heart to be released from the cage of my body and rise into the sky. And I'd crossed the fence in order to die. Maybe experiencing the desire to die and actually stepping forwards, throwing my body down. Caused some kind of mystical experience in my head, making me think I had received a message from a witch. The excitement for my jump lessened over time. The more I came back to my senses, the more this journey lost its meaning. But I didn't even consider suspending this journey just because of that. If I stop this journey, it will mean acknowledging that the message from the witch was an illusion. And I felt as though that meant throwing away the promise the witch made. And any chance that someone from my family might come back. So because it was hard to believe that those events were an illusion, I continued on my journey. I don't seriously believe that this journey will change anything. It's even up to me to when to end this journey. It's up to me to choose where the final destination is. In the end, this journey is only for my self-satisfaction. Fucking hell, man. I'm still reeling from that scene. A break my... Nah, it's good, it's good. I'll keep reading. Self-satisfaction, huh? Sounds bad when you say it, but I think that's actually what life is all about. It's not as bad as the Ange scene, I'll say that. That Ange scene was like genuinely awful. This one too, but the Ange scene ate me more, I would. Huh. If that's the answer, you've reached that hovering over the line between life and death in the mercenary business. That's probably pretty deep. I'm not like on the verge of breaking down and dying right now. It's just a very strong scene, so obviously I would be affected, right? But I'm not about to die. We're good. We're good. If that's the answer you've reached after hovering over the life between life and death in the mercenary business, that's probably pretty deep. Don't take it so lightly. I'm trying to say that the only one who can acknowledge you in this world is you yourself. Amakusa continued stretching as he spoke, in an irritatingly fresh way, hearing it all to me as though from a teacher. I instinctively want to resist. But what he was saying was extremely sensible. That may be true. People work hard when they want to be acknowledged by someone. In most cases, that someone is their parents. Children learn how to work hard because they want to be praised by their parents. Although that's why I never learned. Alright, that's not how I meant it. What I'm trying to say is that there's nothing wrong with self-satisfaction. Yeah. No matter who praises you, it's meaningless unless you can accept it. Turning it around, even if no one praises you, it doesn't matter as long as you can accept it. Self-satisfaction tends to attract a desire to improve oneself. So we're usually taught that it's bad. No! Wow, your argument seems like a pretty fresh take on it, Amakusa. The anguish of the human world comes when you want someone to acknowledge you, but you don't know what it is you should be striving for. I had a time like that too. I wanted to be acknowledged by someone, but I didn't know what I wanted them to acknowledge about me. And since I didn't know what to strive for or how far I should go to be acknowledged, I did a lot of crazy things. And the answer you reached was self-satisfaction. It sounds bad, but that's how it is. Rich is the one who is content with what they are, we say. I'm satisfied with my life. Doesn't matter what other people say. It's the same for your life and for this journey. No one has any right to criticize you other than yourself. Ange. I can criticize you. I can criticize you, Ange. I can and I will. I can and I will. Is the one who determines the meaning and results of your journey. If it's been a meaningful journey for you, then that's more than enough. Oh, it did take you for a flippin' ladies man, but you really do say weird things every once in a while. I bet you think saying stuff like that will make you popular. Of course not, of course not. That's not how I meant it at all. Looks like you want to be alone. I'll head over to see the boat captain. Please, take it easy. Makusa apparently decided I was in a bad mood. He's an empath, by the way. Although I did not... Wait. Although I didn't feel that way myself. Or we might have finished a set of stretches and wanted to cool off in the shade. The sea winds were strong, but not enough to cool the rays of the sun. Namakusa disappeared. Only I remained. Self-satisfaction is life itself, huh? Hi, Mammon. What's up? I mean, self-satisfaction to improve yourself is also a thing. That's the thing, right? Self-satisfaction doesn't mean staying stagnant. That's the wrong part to get from this. That's not what he was getting at. You can be self-satisfied with your desire to improve yourself. You don't need to have other people acknowledge how good or bad you're doing at it. But you can feel happy that you're trying and that you are improving. Right? And no one can tell you otherwise. And that's what he meant. Life is nothing without greed. This Mammon has suddenly appeared, in an urban air fluttering over by the prow of the ship. It's true that a life of greed would be fun, but unlike you, humans have a limited lifespan. If greed is eternal, it means a person will have desires even in the last moment before they die. I think desires means there's nothing that you want, something you don't have, some way you are incomplete. I'm sure it's tough to die when you can't think of your life as being a full one. But I'm sure self-satisfaction is necessary. I see. Because of the existence of a lifespan, you have to compromise like that. Although my master had very long lifespan, so I've never thought of it. I wonder if humans live for the purpose of becoming satisfied. If so, it's probably easiest to live life without desire. I see. That's why greed is one of the 7 deadly sins. Giggle. Your praise honors me. Apparently counted as compliment in Mammon's eyes. She turned... No, she didn't turn on. She turned and gave a graceful blow. She turned around. Ange-sama? Do humans live so that they can find satisfaction in the moment of their deaths? Wouldn't it be pretty tough if you felt you were lacking something when you died? If so, then humans live only so that they can meet a satisfying death. At least so they can have a better death. At least so that they can die. It's saying something pretty incredible. I see, as I'd expect from a steak. Give me a second. However, it might be the truth. Humans suffer because they are unsatisfied and live only to find satisfaction. In other words, that might be the same as a desire to die satisfied. Confounded, huh? People live in order to be satisfied. And they hope to die that way. So it's really painful when you don't know how to find that satisfaction. Look, can you find something like that in a human's life? By being acknowledged. By hearing someone say you are happy. It doesn't matter who acknowledges them. And I'll do it. Yeah, that's the problem. People don't know who needs to acknowledge them. Searching for this person who can acknowledge them is a journey of a life. It sounds strange. Whether you're acknowledged or not, because it doesn't change your circumstances. And yet, if you are acknowledged, you will be satisfied. But if you aren't, then you won't. It's almost like the blue bird. Because you can't notice a blue bird even though it's already in the cage. You have to go out on a journey searching everywhere. What is... Okay, genuinely, what is that reference? Right now, I've heard it like 3 to 4 times. And I have no idea what the blue bird is. This game is golden quotes, yeah. This game, okay. So a lot of games that I play on this channel, and I played a lot of games, right? Recently it's been a lot of 2 games, but let's not talk about that. I played a lot of games on this channel. And most of them have been pretty good. And I can rate all of them between like around the 8 out of 10, right? Bluebird is French fairy tale, never heard it. But my point is, right, because I didn't finish it. What was I saying? Wait, I forgot. Oopsie. What was I saying? Can someone please tell me what I was saying? It's pissing me off. Can't remember what I was saying. It's over. Okay, I'm just gonna continue. I can't remember. What the heck? Human life, sure as stupid. That's right. Makustat said something really good. Rich is the one who is content with what they are. Was it? I don't know where that pervert comes from, but it's deep. And I'm 14 years old. I'm 14 and it's deep. Yeah, it's a reference. We love reference over here. Oh no, right! I remember. I was talking about, I played a lot of games. Most of them are like 8, maybe a 9, right? I would say like Void Stranger is 9.5. Rain World is a 9.5. This is a 9.5. This is why I've streamed about, how many hours? Let me look on Steam. This is why I've streamed it for 110 hours. Right? No, it's not a 10. Nothing's perfect. I already talked about it. The bullying scene, for example, is just bullshit. This is not real. And it kind of pisses me off. But it is still a 9.5. It's still a 9.5. Right? Like, the only game I've streamed more than this
was Rain World with 237 hours. I can probably tell you of a perfect game. Let me think of a... I know this game, there's a game that I think is perfect. That's a 10. Let me look. I think it might be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of the Sky. I think that's a 10. And I think that deserves to be called a 10. You can say it's nostalgia speaking, right? But I replayed it recently. I can't tell you. Just, you know. It's not a 9.5 because there are some points which I don't appreciate too much about Umineko. There's some parts that drag on. The whole George Epstein thing, right? But you can say, yeah, it's early 2000s Japanese visual novels, but still. It doesn't change that I'm annoyed at it. But, you know, I still think it's a 9.5. This is a 9.5 game. It is really good. And I'm glad I started reading it in the first place. Basically, if you can't find enough satisfaction, unless someone else acknowledges you, it's the same as not acknowledging yourself. The ultimate in self-fulfillment is acknowledging yourself. That's right. Because you can't know that you're fully satisfied. There's no need to be acknowledged by anyone. Without love, it cannot be seen. Just by taking notice of the small things, the human full journey of life can be ended. But wait, give me a second. There's something that's pissing me off. Give me a second. Okay. There's something that's happening that's pissing me off. There's something in my ear that's popping, right? Like, you know those little pops you get when you clean your ears? The thing is, right, that I checked because I was like, there's no way my ear is that dirty, right? It isn't. It's perfectly clean. And yeah, it feels like it's popping. I hope it's not like... I hope I'm not getting a ear infection or something. Right, I hope it's not something like this. I don't know what it's doing. Why he's doing that. It's only one ear too. Not both. It's really bothering me. I don't understand what's doing this. Okay, let's keep reading. My apologies. I'm gonna have to look this up because it's pissing me off. Wait a second. Oh, it could be related to changes in pressure, fluid in the air, or even issues with the Eustachian cube, apparently. But it's not temporary. Okay. So this should just fix itself. Good to know.
You can spend the rest of your life playing and having a good time. A human's life is so ridiculous. My choice of words was bad, but was surely the truth. If most of a human's life is a journey with the hopes that someone will acknowledge them, so that they can achieve a satisfied death, and they realize that the person doing the acknowledging isn't someone else but they themselves, the pointless journey can end. Humans who have ended that journey can probably spend the rest of their lives as they wish, with their held eye. How noble, how praiseworthy would that be? You know, since Amakusa's on pretty bad terms with his parents, that makes sense. Any decent parents would want him to get the hell out of the trade he's in. Does that really matter though? As long as it's fun for the person in question. Exactly. What it comes down to in the end. Criticism formed by the observations of other people doesn't matter. Your existence is firmly acknowledged by you yourself. That's enough. If you can live with your confidence in yourself, you'll surely be able to accept and be satisfied with any kind of lifestyle. I'm sure Amakusa will eventually eat a stray bullet on the battlefield and get seriously injured. He might even die. But I don't think he'd do that as something unfair. I'm sure he'd cackle about though, that's also part of life. What a great way to live. I could fall for the guy. Pitiful humans who can't acknowledge themselves. Wander around searching that their whole lives, and without anything being affected. They do nothing but grumble and die while still satisfied. Oh, pitiful. Compared to people whose lives drag on without any purpose. Amakusa is more likely to eventually die by the roadside. And I think it's much more noble for living his life with his held eye. Aren't the winners in life those who achieve enlightenment? If they can do that even a little sooner, they'll be able to live that much more of a life effectively. With Maman's words, I finally accepted a certain fact. In the past, I called that girl unusual, a little strange. However, that wasn't true. All she did was keep her held eye and finish that journey faster than anyone else. Maybe that's what made Maya so amazing. It was at the age where she might or might not enter the first year of elementary school. And she had already reached that point. For people like us, looking at life from the outside, it wasn't something we'd call blessed. But even though days like that were engraved in the diary, they always finished up by saying that it was a happy day. Even though the part of her mother didn't love her daughter come and went, she believed that her mother loved her. The mother's love that didn't exist, she created herself, filling her world with love. Others might have served her as an unsatisfied, pitiful girl. But she herself acknowledged that she was satisfied. And so, she was happy that way. It's easy to observe that as something pitiable and sad. But to her, that was an outsider's opinion. So it didn't matter. Whether or not it was happy for her was the only important thing. It's just like how, when people who live in the city point to the lifestyles of those in rural areas, and mourn their inconvenience and feel sympathy for them, it's really none of their business. If those who live there are satisfied with what they have, that's more than enough. I finally noticed something. I noticed it just now. I did something horrible to Maria. You did! To you all and Sekitaro as well on that day. You did! Yes, thank you for acknowledging it! The goat, no, no, no. Whether magic exists or not, it's not up to other people to decide. It's up to you yourself. Whether magic exists to Maya is a problem for Maya to decide, not me. And yet, when I was young, on that day, she said it. By saying there was no way magic exists, I hurt her. The fact that magic doesn't exist in my eyes matters in my world. But denying it even in Anisha's world for that reason was totally misguided. Maya Sorcières, which is the alliance Maya created. I was invited into it and told to become a witch with them. Making it a new initiative, apologizing for being a redditor. Shut the fuck up, dude. Oh my fucking god. You know what? You know what? My science, Mario. How could you think this was real? Here we go. That's perfect. I can color the thing orange, right? No. No, it's white. The Reddit snoo is white. Okay. I don't know shit about Reddit. Here you go. And soy jack went. No. No soy jacks allowed. No soy jacks allowed. It is Flandre, look. Look, it's Flandre too. You just change a few colors? That's Flandre. Right there. Yeah. 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 I cried like a bitch at that. And I don't cry normally. I really don't. But I did. Fuck this, man. Fuck this. I've been along with that for a while, but because of the cruelty of the youth, I got tired of it halfway through. And I tore our pure heart apart with sharp words. At that time, we must have gotten into a huge fight. I forgot about it right away. But she couldn't forget about it. To her, magic was a natural power that existed. I believe that she'd be able to share it with me. To Maya, magic is a power that can interpret the world as blessed. No, which can truly make everything blessed. She just wanted to share that with me too. The young me tore that feeling apart. She closed herself up in a shell, assuming that she wouldn't be able to share her magic with anyone. That's true. Then Lady Maya's journey through life wasn't over after all. She'd been able to accept herself. Still, there would be no need to collapse just because you denied her, Ange. Weird take. Oniwa-chan was young. He still hadn't reached a philosophical viewpoint like Amakasu. Yeah, now I understand. That's why the Witches' Alliance called Marriage Sorcière was necessary. An alliance where each acknowledges that the other is a witch. That's right. I'm pretty sure that was the first article in the agreement of Marriage Sorcière. Witches of the Alliance would acknowledge each other and respect each other. It's the deepest and only meaning of the Witches' Alliance. Maya wanted to share with me the secret lost to make the world happy, called magic. But I was young, and she was too. I hurt her with innocent cruelty. On that day, I said cruel things to you all in Secretary. I said there was no way you exist. No, rude. We acknowledge that we exist ourselves. Not like humans with our souls half asleep. I think, therefore I am. Whether you acknowledge or deny magic, the existence of the magic called the Seven Stakes is a fact. As long as we acknowledge it ourselves, to borrow your words, really would be violence for another person like me to deny it. Sure, that would be like having your true mother yell, "I wish you had never been born." No, disappear. Even after being slammed by all those words, Maya's magic made her believe in her mother's love. Sekitaru, her magic friend, always encouraged her. Printed the canon in Umineko, or everyone's canon in Umineko. I am canon in Umineko. I mean, not really, because I wasn't born yet, but you know. Are you born earlier than 1998? That's a real question. He kept saying that her mother loved her, that she was coming home late because of her work, that she would definitely bring back a present. Even after Maya learned that her mother's work wasn't really the cause, magic allowed her to continue believing. No. Then you don't exist in Umineko. I'm sorry. And by believing that her mother loved her, by acknowledging herself, she filled her world with love and peace and serenity, establishing it completely. What happened 12 years ago? What happened to my family? This was never a journey to search for that. And what kind of journey is this? It's a journey to apologize to Maya for what happened that day. Not just Maya, there's other people you need to apologize to. It's the one you hurt wasn't just Maya. Ange. Maya wasn't the only person. I don't know why, but that's what I think. I didn't hurt her. The incident 12 years ago might not have occurred. That's what I think. Oh, are you... Yeah, but not still. The stakes were involved. I mean, not really, because, like, the stake denial thing is after that. I have no basis for it. I don't have a clue hurting Maya could be connected with that mysterious incident several years later. For some reason. I can't imagine there is no connection. A witch caused that incident. And the culprit is a golden witch, Beatrice. And Beatrice was part of the Marshall Sierra alliance of witches. I horribly hurt the other witch of the alliance. I hurt her with the thought that magic doesn't exist. So several years later, a crime caused by a witch occurred. And a 2-day period that could be explained with anything but magic was thrust in my face, thanks to the message bottle. There's no way I was involved somehow. I don't get it. Could be coincidence, or it could be fate. For some reason, I started thinking like that on this journey. What's your basis for it? I have none. I just think it's true. Japanese sure are interesting. Even when there's a victim, they feel as though they did something wrong and apologize for no reason. I could understand if she said, "Hey, Beatrice was stealing my family" or something. But you already are weird, feeling guilty for no reason and apologizing. No, she did Mammon! Mammon! You forgiving piece of shit. Of course I hate Beatrice. Couldn't continue this journey without that feeling. But it's okay to choose yet another purpose for this journey. There's nothing wrong with having a goal of apologizing for past sins, in addition to getting revenge on a wish for what happened 12 years ago. I can at least go to Rokujima, apologize for my reckless remarks and offer flowers. No, there's nothing better than flowers, and I think that would be more fitting for her. I stood up, not minding that the sea breeze scattered my hair and concentrated my mind. I lifted my palm up to the height of my head and imagined the vast space. Ange! Be quiet. Calm, arise. I am the witch apprentice, Ange Beatrice. I was excommunicated, but I was also a member of the same alliance. You as a dearly misventure who played with me, answered to my call. I was out to tell in the middle of the day, but a faint blue light gathered around the palm of my hand. Then, Sekitaru's form was revived. It truly did bring back memories. That figure. His cute hairs. His bright red muffle came off easily. So Maya faithfully wiped it all the time, didn't she? Oh, he's back! Oh, he died in the past, right? And then he was brought back. Okay. Very simple woman. Kai tends to say, "Who are you?" Did Maya also have a habit of saying this long ago? Do you recognize us? Do you know who we are? Who are you? Who are you? Mammon? Ange? With a sleepy face, waking up from a long slumber. Sector looked all around him as he spoke. It's been a long time, Sector. Pretty sure this is the first time I've summoned you with my own power. Now I'm the only one who can summon you. Who are you? Those words might have been a bit cruel. Sector's face clouded over. In the past, I denied you. Now that I've summoned you, it means I've accepted your existence. Are you sure? Really alright for me to be summoned into Ange's world? His eyes were a bit frightened. It was only natural. I played with him like a friend before, so I denied him and tried to burn him with a magic-resisting toxin. Yeah, you did! You did! I'm surprised everyone is so forgiving of you, because that was truly cruel. The Reddit particles. It was only natural that he was scared. I apologize for that day. To you too, man. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I thought you would never apologize. There's the rest of you. At some point, the rest of the 7 sisters gathered on the deck. No, they're always there. Always by my side. As long as I acknowledge that it's okay for them to be there, I'll always appear. The way Ange appeared right in the middle, completely hidden. You certainly do exist. Lucifer, a Leviathan, a Satan, Belphegor, a Mammon, and Beelzebub, and Asmodeus. No, we're all the same. They're not the same. They are distinctly not the same. You can't say that. You can't say that. Listen, the fact that you think they're all the same proves that you don't actually like Satan. You're a traitor. Secretary too. Are you sure? You're one challenging Beatrice. Ange. Is it okay for one? Yeah, without love, you cannot see the difference between them. Without love, it cannot be seen. And I can't believe you read all of Umineko, and you still don't understand that. Is it okay for one in the position of denying witches to acknowledge us? As to whether magic exists or not in my world. Sorry, maybe with that I'll know. It's not like I myself acknowledge the existence of magic. Doesn't that contradict the fact that you're acknowledging us? It's because magic exists for people who believe, even if I don't. If someone believes, then magic will exist in the human world. That fact won't change the slightest, whether I believe in magic or not. No, it mustn't change. A person just had to hold their head up high and believe in their own magic. I acknowledge that. But it wouldn't be strange at all for all of you to exist. Quite a play on words, but an interesting interpretation. She's angry all the time. She literally isn't, right now. I like Mammon, because she called this shit out, and I still forgave her afterwards. I like Mammon. What are you saying, Ange? It's probably a devil's proof. Are you gonna bring it up again? Again. Just add to it. Add to. Devil's proof? Right? To prove the existence of demons, you just need to find one. It's impossible to deny the existence of demons. Yeah, and we're here. That means that whether Ange believes in magic or not, our existence is unshakable. Where are you? The magic-resistant toxin is disappearing from Ange. You're right. Even though you're in a position of denying magic. Why? It's probably because I learned what it means to respect and acknowledge. Right now, I might be able to understand the depths of Maria and Beatrice's magic. In the past, I didn't want to believe in things like magic. Thinking something like that couldn't exist. I acted like I was closing my eyes tightly, I couldn't see anything. Sorry, give me a second. I get the feeling I can look right at the thing I call magic, closing on its true nature. Frustrating. It's really rare to find a human so free of the magic-resistant toxin in this day and age. And she has such an uncommon genius for being a witch. That's right. If Ange tried to become a witch right now, she'd grow to be a great witch. Maybe even at Beatrice's level. Even so, she has acknowledged her existence and is her master. Most likely, Ange will be our final master. Let us think of this as a final service and apply ourselves to the fullest. Blah. I just can't stand that Ange still doesn't believe in magic herself. Ange, please believe in magic too. Feels like a waste to finally have him a master and have it not be a witch. So you have exciting talents that could make you one of the greatest of witches. Your goal is to attack witches. It's so frustrating. Well, even so, that's your life, the way you live. And in a world where you've decided that, there's nothing we can do to complain. Thanks for understanding me. Yeah, whether magic exists to me or not, that's up to me to decide. Regardless of whether magic actually does exist somewhere in the world or not. When I think about it, this world is so vast, and yet so small. That reminds me, okay, I gotta bring it up, because it's an expression I'm sure I've not heard in English, that we say in France. The world is small, right? Which you say every time you meet someone, and you find out that like they live in the same city, or they live next door, or some bullshit. Or that you were in the same class after not seeing them for years in like completely different locations. And just say, oh, the world is small. Because I met you despite, you know, how unlikely it would be to meet you. Oh, it's a small world. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to know. That's why I said it, right? It's like that one tip where you express something as truth, even if you know it's bullshit, just so people can correct you. I'm a genius for this. And people don't recognize it. People never recognize it. Alright, billions of people live on Earth. I probably won't even meet 1%. I think you probably meet like 1 million. I remember someone making math on that. Even so, I will speak of a world. My world, which doesn't even know 1% of the world. I'm not qualified to analyze the laws of a world I don't know. So just because magic doesn't exist in my world, can't deny that magic exists in a world I don't know. That makes it a true devil proof. No, maybe it's more like when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I can be confident in the world I know. But even if that's denied by a complete stranger who doesn't know a thing about my world, that's nothing to worry about. In the same way, I've got no right to deny a world I know. Just because I don't know about it. Therefore, regardless of whether there's magic in my world or not, I'll deny the magic Maria taught me. Yeah. After all, even if you've never seen it, magic exists. Yeah. That's why, as I've already said, you friends of the witches in Aliens, my associates, won't be denied by me or anyone else. claimed that most important part again. Even though the sea breeze and the crashing of the waves were noisy, it was a time of silence. Both Sakutaro and the sisters of Purgatory reflected upon my world, then they became material. And Amakusa is gonna come out of the boat and go, what the fuck? Who are those naked ladies on the bridge? And probably I did too. Does magic exist? Do witches exist? While ignoring what the answer would be from my own world, I acknowledged their existence. That contradiction was what I proclaimed so boldly. Thank you, Ange. If you'll acknowledge that much, don't you acknowledge witches too? No, that was a foolish question. You already have a clear answer to it. Alright. So I do acknowledge that witches might exist somewhere in this world. But that doesn't shake my world. You won't acknowledge witches are magic. You'll definitely expose the truth of Rokkenjima. Right? Yeah. That's my world. Even if a real witch exists, I won't acknowledge it in my world. No matter how much that witch tries to convince me. Your position is to attack witches, Ange. And I understand well that you haven't the slightest wavering in that feeling. Where are your furniture? The 7 sisters of Purgatory. We will always be by your side. We'll always be waiting for the day that we can be useful. Although since we don't believe in magic, we can't never be anything more than people to talk to. That's enough for now. We've been left room to exist. For that alone, you should thank and acknowledge, Ange. In short, all of us are all together again. Here are you. Yeah, Sakutaro! Let me squeeze you. When Sakutaro was overcome with emotions, then tears came to his eyes. The 7 sisters closed in and bobbed in. They were also celebrating a long-missed reunion. If their existence is permitted, they're definitely capable of existing here. No, even if I don't permit it, they can exist. Because I acknowledge them, they feel their reunion's joy to me as well. As I watched over that scene, I reflected over what this journey of mine meant. I wonder if everyone will forgive me this way. You've done enough. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something. You've done enough. My furniture. Just being summoned. Just being allowed to be by your side makes us happy. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ange. Come to think of it, why was I able to summon Sakutaro? No, it's the other way around. Why wasn't Maria able to summon Sakutaro? Maya had despaired, thinking that Sakutaro had died. Means she hadn't been able to summon him like this anymore. In the past, Maya said it was more advantageous in summoning to have a vessel. However, a vessel is like training wheels, and shouldn't be absolutely necessary. In other words, even if the stuffed animal lion that was Sakutaro's vessel didn't exist, it would have been possible to summon him. No, when you put it like that, it's even a little doubtful whether summoned things can be limited by life and death. However, Sakutaro should have been an especially important friend to Maya. She should have been able to strive hard to summon him one more time. Certainly was sad that the original stuffed animal vessel had been torn apart. It's what they're talking about.
That was the year before. What? When they mentioned that she's gonna be the witch of revival, right? Instead of the witch of origin, she's the witch of revival. And so that's what it means, right? But why did he die and become impossible to summon again? It's because of time. Maria saw my stuffed animal torn and decided that it died. It's the same as the existence of magic. If Sakutaro has died in Lady Maya's world, then he can't exist in our world. You're you. The shock of having her beloved stuffed animal torn apart had left a wound in her heart serious enough to prevent her from summoning her irrepressible close friend. In Maya's only chance word, Sakutaro died. So even if Sakutaro can exist like this to me, cannot exist before her. I was always with Maria. When Maria cried, I was always right beside her, telling her not to cry. But my form, my voice, nothing will mean we're reaching Maria now. Sakutaro hung his head, looking sad. After that, the incident, the nature of Maria's Chaucer rapidly began to change. Before then, the alliance was a peaceful thing. But after that incident, it grew full of shadier things, focusing on how to curse people you hate. Maya's diary began to show a clear change. Diary is a mirror that reflects one's heart as it is. Probably showed the personality called Maria die and be reborn as the evil witch personality, Maria. When she buried that diary in hatred and sadness, heart surely wasn't satisfied. Because it wasn't satisfied, she had to bury it with hatred and sadness. And while still unsatisfied, she met with death. I wonder if her unsatisfied soul has a hole open in its chest from sadness even now. And continually wenders, dripping tears down and calling Sakutaro's name. Maria needs you. Who are you? What can I do to revive you in Maya's world? I can learn that method. I'll be able to save Maria. That's the method of atonement I've been given. What can be done to revive Sakutaro? Maria, my vessel had a very important meaning. The vessel. In other words, if you could revive the lion stuffed animal. But I'm having my stuffed animal herself, so only she could make it. Even inside the diary, Maya does this with Beatrice, was refused for that reason. The magical significance of a stuffed animal being unique and made is very large. But if we could make the same thing once more. But Rosa is already gone from this world. We can't make the same thing again. Was there another identical stuffed animal made or anything like that? He's a stuffed animal made to be Lady Maya's birthday present, and he's the only one of its kind in the world. A handmade and unique vessel. That's why it conceals a great magical power. And, if lost, cannot be obtained again. It won't revive. Who are you? Because she knew that, Maya watched that stuffed animal, which was unique in that world, get torn apart. And despaired. Because it was the only one of its kind in the world, and she couldn't permit a compromise such as buying another one. She had despaired from the bottom of her heart. Sakutaro is right here. Even without a vessel, he's here. Because I acknowledge that he certainly exists in my world. Even if Maya doesn't acknowledge him, that cannot be denied. Right? Logically, that's true. I think using the same logic to make Lady Maya accept him could be difficult. Maria, I'm not dead. I'm right here. Who are you? I'm sure that on Rokunjima, I'll be able to be reunited with Maria. And, no matter what, I'll revive you and son Maria, and let you be reunited. Can you do it? It will probably be hard. Like how? For being invited into the Witches' Alliance. I rejected it, without understanding what it meant. You might also reject your existence. I've got to do it. But the only way I can atone for my sins. Ange. What's waiting on Rokunjima? And what will happen? What will be created? Or maybe nothing will happen. That island was the beginning of everything. The final destination of this journey. You all are the furniture of the witch.
So, as your master, I have to take you home. It's Witch's Island, Orokunjima. Those rays of the sun had been so strong. At some point, clouds had started to hang down. The spray that hit my cheek might not have all come from crushing waves. Ange, looks like we're gonna get a bit of a shower. Maybe we better go below deck. Makusa called out to me with an expression that said, "Oh, you're still here." When I looked up, I saw that the island's silhouette had gotten much larger. Might reach land very soon. I remembered that the weather report had mentioned scattered rains. The sky wasn't dark enough for rain clouds. Probably be just for a short time. The rain was light enough not to be a pain. Having rain start to fall as we approached the island felt like some kind of fate. It was raining on October 4, 1986 as well. I was approaching the Orokunjima of that day, and not just in distance. I went back down with Makusa. He was carrying what looked like a really large and heavy golf bag. It was something that Makusa had brought back with him on the day when we'd split up. I didn't inquire as to its contents. It was hard to imagine that there were anything peaceful. Yeah, he's a god. What do you expect? I'll go so far as to ask what's inside, but it looks heavy. Why are these things so darn heavy all the time? The French instructor told me something interesting about that once. He said they should always be heavy. After all, a human life is heavier than the world. So this should be even heavier. It'd be nice if you didn't need to use them. That would be nice. Amakusa. I keep inverting the vowels. Set the golf bag like luggage down beside him. Helicopter? What? A two propeller aircraft touched down on the runway. Considering the weather, it couldn't have been a pleasant flight. If everything after this flight would be suspended due to weather. Cutting through the drizzle as she traversed the runway, Midera entered the lobby with two black suits as guards. The four black suits who had been waiting inside the lobby stood up and respectfully lowered their heads in salute. Kazumi-sama! Propeller planes certainly do shake. I wouldn't want to ride one again. We have a car prepared. Please, this way. They got into two luxury cars that had been rented. And should be heading for Orokunjima, a deserted island. How convenient. You've arranged for some tools, I take it? Yes, ma'am. The black suit in the passenger seat put a heavy bag that had been set by his feet onto his lap, opened the catch with a click, and showed Kazumi what was inside. Inside were several silver lamps of carefully wrapped aluminum foil. Peeled one open to shore. A black, blunt automatic pistol picked its face up. Isn't like the pistols and guns really hard to acquire in Japan? Fuck. It was already approaching 10 at night. I know the typhoon had wrapped itself around Orokunjima. Okay, it's been almost 3 hours, and it's a new chapter. And I'm feeling still a bit too emotional to start enjoying Kinzo and Kinzo's crash out. I think I'm gonna stop here for today. I'm glad it resolved itself like this. It is bittersweet, but I'm glad it ended like this. It makes me happy. Yeah, good spot to stop. We're gonna stop here. And I'm gonna go and just, you know, ponder and reflect on what happened. It was very I'm glad for Ange that they forgave her so easily. But I wish they addressed it more, because that was truly brutal the way she dismissed him. And I hope Yeah, roller coaster of emotions. I hope Rosa dies brutally in this episode. That would make me so happy. You have no idea. I would really hope so. I don't want to be rude, right? I don't want to be evil and twisted and messed up, right? But, you know, we all hope that. Yeah, yeah. Just, yeah. I don't have anything more to say. I can't say anything more because that was a very heavy chapter. I don't know if Umineko might get heavier. I hope not. You know. Thank you everyone for coming. Have a good night. Bye bye.